Hi, Alan Siebenaller here from Retire and Income, and watch this as I'm teaching live about the Quad Cities. It's a bit of a hidden market. Most people hadn't heard of the Quad Cities on a national level, but we are investing there. Middle class suburbs, mostly single family homes, although we're starting to do some multifamily. Great cash flow opportunity. Watch this strategy, learn about the market, check it out here. Now I'm going to talk about Quad Cities. Quad Cities you haven't heard of. And I know you haven't heard of. There might be one person in this room that's heard of it. I call it a hidden market. And it is 4 cities on the Mississippi River. The largest is Davenport, Iowa, which you've probably heard of. But Davenport, Iowa is just one of the 4 cities that makes up this metroplex. And so it's a fairly populated area, not from Los Angeles standards, but it's a decent sized city. And we're there in high demand rental neighborhoods. It's very much middle class. Quad Cities is like going back to like good old town America. I mean, it's pickup trucks and you know, they want to, there's very high demand for houses. People want to pull up in their pickup truck, you know, have a family. It's a very affordable place to live. The cost of living is very low there, and a lot of headquarters have moved there. John Deere has its headquarters there. The largest defense manufacturer in the U.S. has its headquarters there. It's called the Arsenal. And there's health care, there's education. It's really well-rounded economy, very low unemployment. The great thing is it's so stable there, the market didn't even blip. When ours went way down, way up and way down, they just, here's California. California, you know, we rode the market up, and then we slowly rolled the market down, and we're kind of in like somewhat of a recovery. And then they were like this. It's so funny when you look at charts. I mean, it is just like slow and stable. I bought a property in the Quad Cities in 2006. I bought a house for a rundown small house in a nice neighborhood for $60,000. We put $14,000 into it, renovated it, pulled all the money out, and rented it out for $970 a month. So I had in total 60, 14, 74. Today, peak of the market, 2006, right? Bought it. Today, it's worth about 105. That's Quad Cities. It's just kind of offsets. We have this California mindset of investing, and it's different depending on where you are. So it's easy to leverage there. The banks are not freaked out there at all. I've got like 5 banks. There's no, in California we have this thing called seasoning period where if you buy a property you have to wait 6 months to a year to refinance. There, you can buy a property and refinance a month later. And some of them will do it on appraisal value, not on what you paid for the property. So it's just pretty interesting. Again, I mentioned it's a hidden market. There's a low cost of entry of about $70,000 to $90,000 single family duplex. Again, now that sounds a little bit higher because we just looked at Michigan, but again, remember in Michigan, you're not using leverage. So the returns can be even higher here, even though you may be paying a little bit more. And again, that's why I have to meet with people and say, okay, well, what are your goals? What kind of, you know, criteria do you need? Can you get leverage, et cetera, and that sort of a conversation. The rents here, great, $800 to $1,600 on a multi-unit, high demand, cash on cash average 10 to 14%, leveraged 18 to over 100. I gave you an example of an infinite return, and that was in the Quad Cities. Take 2. Do I smell burning?
I don't
Is
know.
that a live burning? You might want to hit pause